Well, that devastating bridge collapse in Maryland is now having a ripple effect in Washington, D.C. Rebuilding the Francis Scott Key Bridge and getting the critical Baltimore port back open requires an enormous effort. Julia Benbrook looks at the funding fight in Congress.
Crews at the site of the Francis Scott Key Bridge in Baltimore are making progress as they work to remove a portion of the wreckage. A massive cargo vessel slammed into the bridge last Tuesday, killing 6 construction workers. President Joe Biden pledged the full support of the federal government in the response and recovery efforts shortly after the collapse.
This administration will be with the people of Baltimore every step of the way. We are with you, Baltimore, and we will be there until we get this done.
The U.S. Department of Transportation released $60 million to Maryland from an emergency relief fund last week, but the recovery will cost much more. The White House may need Congress to act, and some Republicans are already voicing their concerns.
You know, the first reaction, in fact, the only reaction just tends to be to spend.
I still have Florida farmers from a hurricane a year and a half ago that still aren't getting relief. So the federal government is a partner. The federal government needs to be a partner, but we need to stop playing politics, and that's exactly what the Biden administration has done.
Democratic lawmakers from Maryland are responding to the criticism.
If you go back to the time of the Minneapolis bridge collapse, Congress, within a very short period of time, overwhelmingly said the federal government should help. And so we believe that we should come together again as Americans, put aside party labels and get it done.
President Joe Biden is scheduled to visit Baltimore on Friday to survey damage from the bridge collapse. Reporting at the White House, I'm Julia Benbrook.